MVP. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Browns and the Steelers under the lights on Monday night.
We are within shouting distance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football on the lakeside here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. But tonight it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without...
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Play action. Here's White. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. Is something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now White steps away to his left. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 32. Here's 2nd and 7. Wide off play action. On the move to his left. That is caught. Kincaid with it. Touchdown, Browns. Dalton Kincaid. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns.
This is what can happen if you keep plays alive with your feet. He was in the pocket, got out of the pocket, and then gave his receivers a chance to get open. And then he's more than good enough to deliver it on time for the score.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll look to get him in the end zone again. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. White. Dancing to his left. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off play action, here's White. Throw left side to Kincaid. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the... Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Bengals who were able to pick up the victory at home. C.J. Stroud, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Quentin Johnston leading the way with 3 touchdown catches.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A play fake, now White. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now White off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. This ball deep for Tony. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down, and they're going to hurry back to the line now. first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. In boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's White. Flush to his right. This one brought in by Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson from 19 yards away. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
Now White. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. White looks to throw. Forced out to his left. They'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Shifts by him, and they work this well upfield across the 45.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. To throw, White. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake. White. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 40. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down and 6 now. Off play action. White. This taken in by Kincaid. Touchdown, Browns! Dalton Kincaid with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th of the year. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of it?
Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. This ball deep for Tony. And incomplete on the deep ball. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. White. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Saunders. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Browns,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
and they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to